Hello, this is Chris McCullough from Harbor Diving Services. This is one of our regular service dives on the sailboat Nike. Beautiful boat. We enjoy sailing, or rather diving on this one. It's been a few months since our last dive, so just do a quick once over, check and see if we notice any obvious changes that we need to make note of. As you can see, there's quite a bit of accumulated growth on the hull. It was about 3 months since the last time we dove on this particular boat.
Alright, you got the two man boat, so it's hung up. Be careful. Let me know when I'm good.
So there's not much really to see at this point. I'm just doing a check on the hull surfaces to see if I can just essentially find something that catches my eye. Here we got the shaft, which has got actually found with quite a bit of scale on the shaft surface and the strut there, as well as the prop. Do a quick rub of the zincs to see how soft they are, and there's quite a bit of stray current in this particular marina, or at the very least this area of the marina for sure. So those zincs we put on about 6 months ago, and as you can see, they're pretty soft. So it's about time to change those. Also, too, judging by some of the scale and some slight surface corrosion on the strut and the prop there as well. So we'll be changing both of those things out. So you can see as I rub the prop there, generally growth would just fluff off there, and you can see clouds of it, of course, but you can also see some surface corrosion of scale that's built up on the prop itself, namely because the zincs are pretty much depleted. They're not doing their job, and so we're going to give the prop a really good cleaning, as well as the strut and the shaft. Take a look at the rudder. You can really see the growth on this. Nice green looking. Taking another look at the shaft, making sure that there's no additional corrosion that we need to be concerned with. The shaft surface actually looked really good. It looked to be just some scale that's actually built up on there. Just taking a look at some areas that we had noticed on the last dive that we made. Just make sure that there is no other significant changes. of growth there along the keel. So the water temperature was real nice that day, and this was just this past weekend actually. Visibility really about normal. So you can see there's only just a few feet of visibility, so we have to get real close in on the hull surface just to make sure that we see everything. Here we have the transducer and the nometer. Nometer was moving nice and smooth and free. Transducer had a good bit of growth on there. We'll be cleaning that off. And again, as I mentioned, as we clean the whole surface itself, we generally tend to find other areas that we missed during the pre-cleaning inspection there, simply because you have a lot of vegetation and growth covering those areas. So we'll make note of that. So here's the second half of the video. We've cleaned up the hull. We're going to take another look and point out a few areas of concern that we found. We're going to head back aft right to the running gear so we can take a look at the shaft and the prop, the strut, and our new zincs. Everything cleaned up real nicely back there. Quite a bit different than how we found it. Prop folds nicely, good and smooth, very easily as well. You have no worries of it folding under sail.
Alright, so get the running gear. Stay with me.
So as you can see, the keel cleaned up nicely, all the vegetation off of there. So we did find a few areas to point out here. Along the water line, looks like we had some paint that was flaking off quite a bit. Pretty good length there. And then there's these areas right here where some previous noted blisters may have ruptured. And as you can see, it's pretty far down to the fiberglass there, beyond the actual hull coating itself. Or at the very least, last time under sail, boat could have come into contact with something in the water. So you can see it's a pretty little ways from the aft end of the boat.
And I'm going to take a look at the keel before I go forward a little bit, okay?
Yeah, get the rudder while you're back there.
Found a couple other small little areas It's very similar. We're getting close to these two. All of those areas were covered with growth and slime previous to obviously cleaning it. So as we were wiping the hole down, that's when we discovered spots like that.
I gotta untangle my umbilical.
Manage the umbilical. Sometimes you tend to get caught.
Yeah.
So moving up towards the bow. We'll take another look at that nometer and transducer. Nice and clear now. All the through holes were clear as well. We'll clean those up. Another little area where the paint looks like it's getting a little thin. So as we're getting close to the end of the dive, appreciate everyone watching. Check the last few through holes. Be sure to visit our Facebook page. Give us a like. Rudder looked really good. Give it a good once over here. Cleaned up really nice. No movement. Thanks for watching. See you next time.